All right, it's fall break, and this weekend the Utah rifle deer hunt starts. So we're up here in the beautiful mountains of Utah. Got the wall tent set up. I have a 15 by 16 set up. We set it up yesterday and I forgot a couple poles that I needed. I wanted to add a second back door off the back door to, it's supposed to be bad weather pretty much almost the whole weekend. Saturday should be nice, just colder. But I wanted to add an extra back door to put our food, coolers, and to cook under if it's cruddy weather when we're wanting to eat. And my kids are voracious eaters. So give you a little tour. You know, already starting off, you know, a bit cluttery, but we got yours truly. We got Mama Bear and the three little bears. Wood burning stove, nice pile of wood that old Father Wisdom got us. But this is what, so the tent was already set up and it was raining. But all I did, I'll show you. Unzip the second back door. All I did was take out the corner pole on the back door of the 15 by 16, took that out, zipped in the back door. We lowered this ridge pole, lowered it down, zipped in this back door, and coming around these corners, as you can see, because it's pretty tight, it can be a bugger, but it's doable. So we got it zipped in, staked out, robbed a pole down there for this corner, staked it down, and did the same on this side, as you can see. But now we have an awesome extra section for if the weather's crappy. We got our food in here, we can cook in here, got the cooler full of drinks and goodies. So when we're not using this, which will be quite a bit of the time, just a second, got to get this G-hook out, we can zip it off. So at night we're not heating up that section that we're only using to store stuff and to cook under, if that makes sense. But pretty sweet. That's what you can do with a Stronghold wall tent, right? It's modular, so you can add sections to it, you can add doors to it. I could have added a middle section, which we talked about doing, but I didn't have enough poles to do it. I probably could have actually, because you can go every other, as you can see I did right here. You can go every other down the sides, and it's plenty strong to hold up. But I was gonna add a middle section and another back door just to give us a lot of room to even sit down, put chairs in there and sit down, but we'll survive without it. But that's the beauty. It's modular. So even if you're out, you got more buddies coming, and maybe you have a buddy that snores really bad, give him his own room, you know? Zip on a middle section, zip on a back door, give him his own room. It'd be great. It'd be a blessing for everybody else in camp, and you know it would. But we're just gonna hang out, have fun. Super excited for tonight. Taylor is going to treat us with some Dutch oven potatoes and meat. He's a very talented chef when it comes to Dutch oven cooking. And so I'm super excited for that. But we're just gonna hang out and have fun as a family. And then hopefully come Saturday, find a good buck to go after and fill a tag. So.
Are we going?
Yeah, we're on.
Okay.
What are you doing though? Tell us what we're doing.
I am making a sphere.
A sphere or a spear?
A spear.
Okay, a spear is a round object.
Yeah. So you're gonna put it in.
Put
you
it
just
in
want to
what?
find in the fire.
Okay.
You just want to find a spot where like there's not like a bunch of flames and it's just all red.
Do you have to stand on the smoky side, or can you stand on the other side?
You can if you want, but it kind of gets in your eyes. Okay, so
She wants to stand on you. She's finding the perfect spot.
and then it will sit, and then once it's on fire, I'll show you the next step.
Just so you know, if you're going to make a proper Swiss Army knife.
Mine's way better.
A proper Swiss Army knife.
No, not a Swiss Army knife.
Cut, redo. Taylor, cut that out.
If you're going to make a normal spear, you gotta bring the Swiss Army knife. So,
We're having gloves tonight for dinner.
Cooking up some gloves for dinner.
I want a roasted donut.
Dad, can I show
Oh, are we?
them
Okay,
how to make
step
this
number
smoke?
2.
Okay, step number 2. It will be on fire. Just put it on the wood that's not on fire. Kind of let it dry out.
So if you put a stick in the fire and then pull it out, it will be on fire.
It will be.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, then you just kind of want to fan it as we make our way to the creek.
Oh, we're going all the way to the creek.
Yeah.
Be careful, Penny. We don't want to, even though it's raining, we don't want to start a forest fire.
I get really scared because it kind of seems like a bear would be right here.
No.
Yeah. Okay. You just set it down, let it sizzle, and once the bubbles turn like really white, that's the time to put it back up.
Okay. So it's kind of like forging steel.
Yeah, that's what I want it to be like, but it's wood.
Okay.
Okay, that's probably good. It will still smoke a little. For some reason, I don't know how. It's just because it's hot, I guess. So we're gonna...
Oh, are you going to get back up the hill? This is the danger of making spears. Getting back to camp.
So I'm gonna go back, and then I've already made like a spot. And then when this is all like the charcoal, and when we're done with it, we'll put water in it and then paint it. Yeah. Okay. So grab a kind of sharp rock. This was the sharpest one I could find. And then you just like sharpen the end. I've already kind of done this a few times. I've done it like 3 times, so it's kind of already done. But I'm just trying to sharpen the edge now.
Okay.
So yeah, that's how you make a spear.
So you just keep doing this until you get a sharp point.
Yeah, and it's really strong too, because not all the wood's burnt on the inside.
It's fire hardened?
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks for teaching us that.
Hey, do you wanna learn how to make a smoky spear?
A smoky spear?
Yeah. Okay. It's 2 basic rules. 2 basic.
Those are some wet cheeks.
Dad, come here. Show how this side is to this side. Do you see that?
They look about the same.
Nope. This one's fatter. Shout out to the girl who kicked me during my game. I'm still doing okay.
Okay. So, rule number 1, you go like that. That's
Similar to pennies.
yeah.
I'm seeing a
Copycat.
a theme here.
And then, what you want to do, you want to sit on the log, a really dirty one, for like about 20 minutes, and
So your gluteus maximus gets wet and numb.
and that gives you good luck.
Wow.
So,
We're almost
and
done.
then you go, and then you go, aya, and then you have a smoke fear.
Okay, that's neat. All right. We got the fire going. Getting warm. We got the ukulele rocking out, reading books. Lights strung up. We got a clothesline right here. Got a lot of wet clothes, so hung a clothesline. Dry some stuff out. Hopefully Taylor makes it back safely. The roads are super slick where we're at. I hear a truck, but it's not Taylor because Taylor's driving Berbera. But super excited for Taylor to get back because I want to eat his dinner. And then we got movie nights. We got the screen right here.
What one are we gonna watch?
I don't know. We have Lego Batman. Taylor's never seen it. We've got
We're watching Lego Batman.
The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. No, the screen's just turns off to save power. Secret Life of Walter Mitty and Top Gun Maverick. Let's go! So it's warming up in here. It's awesome. Just got to get a little more organized. I'm going to chop some more wood just so that we have it throughout the night. Keep her nice and toasty warm. Totally lied. It is Taylor. Yes, we said a prayer that you would make it back safely. The road's super snotty.
Oh, I went around the backside. I was not.
Oh, did you?
It was coming down, like in the canyon.
Yeah.
I was like, there's
How's
no
this
way.
way in?
That is super nice.
Is it?
Yeah, it's
You're
like
kidding me.
not slick at all. It's solid. And I feel like the drive on dirt is less than this way.
That's good to know.
To Indianola over there. Oh, I was gonna find a rock to look like. It's science.
Taylor's mom coming through with the wind.
Yeah.
Got the string lights up.
See if I can see any squirrel faces.
Oh, you already got it ready?
Yeah.
I was gonna have you walk
Oh.
us through it.
Do you want to? Oh, I'm so sorry. I have my mask on because it's really hot next to the coals. Tonight we have a strawberry reduction. I'm just kidding. It's just potatoes, hamburger, carrots, and onions.
Not just.
Just layered.
It's so delicious.
I just always put the meat on top and then put a ton of hot coals on top so it cooks thoroughly.
You should do this for a living.
Like come out in the woods,
Yeah.
make it, and then give
What do you think I do for a living?
So T, walk us through it. How do you know how hot and how long?
I usually just open it up a few times while it's on there and check and taste a potato. I like to use Yukon Golds. That's my best tip for cooking over a fire with if you want potatoes as like a main ingredient, because Yukon Golds cook a lot faster than russets. Russets take forever.
Do they really?
And a lot of times if you cook with russets, unless you cut them really thin, they'll your meat will be like super crisped and your potatoes will be crunchy because they haven't cooked all the way through.
Wow.
So Yukon Golds and hamburger tend to cook about the same amount of time. Depends on how high your coals are. These coals
So
are
you
very, very
shifted
hot.
the fire over to one side.
Yeah, just make a nice bed of coals, and then you want to keep a little bit of space. Father Wisdom
they
made me
breathe.
a nice little stand to put in there, so you get can't smother your coals. Want to let them breathe. Oxygen keeps them hot.
And then
And then
I've seen.
And then I'll put them on top as well.
Okay. How many do you put on top usually?
Just to cover it, so the whole top is covered. A lot of times I cook with briquettes.
Because
but
you
if
can regulate the heat easier.
Just because, yeah, they're a little more regular, and it's just because they're regular and easier than waiting for a fire to get good coals.
Right.
So yeah. Put that guy on first, so I don't just sneak it.
Put them on this side.
I know my.
It's almost as good as being at that one place where they bake the food in front of you. What's it called? Hibachi? Hibachi?
Yeah, should we make a TikTok like that one I've been showing you?
Oh, yeah, okay.
So a good amount.
Good amount. Well, yeah, and the meat's on top, which is obviously the most important part to cook thoroughly. So. If you like your eyebrows, I wouldn't recommend Dutch oven cooking.
KT, a
Or
few
the-
minds have passed.
A few minutes
We're gonna
have passed.
check.
Just look if it needs
This
a
is
stir.
a looker. This is a look check. Oh my word. Oh my gosh.
Need to stir that here in a second.
How'd you come up with this?
I just forged that thing in the woods, and then I don't know.
Well, we're going to celebrate while watching the Lego movie of your delicious
Okay,
dinner.
Luke, I'm gonna set this lid right here. It's gonna be extremely hot, so just keep
Don't
your feet
touch
away.
it.
Now I'm even happier.
Oh my gosh.
It just looks like Play-Doh. Can't get here, so. Oh yeah, I'm moving so fast. Woo! Mom, look at my arm.
Hamburger.
Mom, look at my arm. Ready? Mom,
A
look at
lot
my
of love and some seasoning.
A lot of ash in my eye.
Mom, look at my arm.
Next thing you need is like some glasses to block all of that.
Yeah, I should have put my
Some
mask
safety
up.
glasses.
We're by your shield.
Ooh. I get excited.
Do you think all my fingers are in? Or,
Do this.
no, it was them.
Hear the sizzle.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my word. The gift. That are cool.
There for.
We gotta test it. This is how we tell. I think it's got a couple more minutes.
That was crunchy.
Yep. 10 more minutes.
You think about 10?
10 to 15.
You know you're good when you can crunch on a potato and tell the time.
I'm just getting excited and excited.
See how the potatoes like fall apart when I.
Yeah.
We're done.
I'm also buying those potatoes. Thank you.
What's the verdict, T?
Good. It's the only verdict you need.
Grandpa, you were so cool. That is the most coolest thing ever. Get all back to have you. Smell that. Oh, it smells
That's
Oh,
good for
ours is
now.
good.
That's good. I don't know how he does it.
Oh, that smells so good.
It smells like ground beef. Wow.
That's good.
But it is.
Thank you. Hey, that was where I was sitting, buddy.
Well,
Should be
I
like
was
a
sitting
candle
here
scent.
first. I should be like
candle
a
scent?
candle
Yeah.
scent.
Thank you.
Smells so good.
Yeah, but it's probably really dirty.
That is true.
That's why I'm just using my mouth.
Oh my gosh.
I don't really get very many carrots. There's 2.
Smells
That's
so
a
good. What seasoning is that?
It's the blend
Holy cow.
from Kinder's. It's just salt, pepper, and garlic, and then I put some rosemary on there too.
Iris, is it good?
It's so good.
Would you eat it again?
Of course I would.
Luke, do you like it?
Yep.
Is it good?
It's my favorite meal ever.
Whoa.
That's
Penny?
great for Luke.
Hello.
Mysterious Penny.
How is it? Your first Dutch oven meal.
Very good.
So good, huh? Babe, how is it?
So heavenly, flavorful, super good.
You don't have to use that.
I rate it a 9.5.
FW?
Been eating it all summer. It's the best. I've been sitting here thinking that he ought to have a little restaurant that he makes these little Dutch oven things and brings them out for a family because it's a ton of food.
Yeah.
It's
it is.
delicious. I follow him around all the time, just for meals.
Oh, it is so good.
I have a heart attack. I had a heart attack and I barely recovered from it.
What are you doing? Look.
My toes were actually like frozen.
Got the gas heater going. Wall tent did really good last night. A lot of super heavy snow. Looks different out here. Check this out. There is a little bit of snow. Holy crap.
Hey, we went to bed last night and it was cold, maybe 45 degrees. It wasn't that chilly. It was raining, on and off rainstorms. This is what we wake up to this morning. It is a winter wonderland. This is what I wake up to. My bedroom was covered in snow. Look at that. Got a little bit in here because I forgot to close it. There we go. Okay, now we're good.
All right, FW, Father Wisdom's been doing this really cool technique. I've never done it before. I'm not a logsman, but he used to be. He's just like peeling this big old log like an onion where you get it and then... Isn't that cool?
Just like that.
And then I'll take these and make smaller ones, but we've got some updates, T.
Yeah, we do.
So it rained all night, pretty heavy, and then in the middle of the night it turned into sleet, and I noticed the wall tent was sagging. Come on. The wall tent was sagging pretty good, so I got out in my skivvies. It was wet, and a lot of the stakes had come out because the ground was so saturated it was just soggy. So I had to restake that side and some of this and knock a lot of the slush. It was just about a half inch of just really heavy slush. You can still see it. Like, trying to warm it up. Did that twice, and then the third time it was several inches of snow. But some of you on, a video ago were wondering about with these eyelets and the fact that there is no bar running through it. It is just that ring coming out, reinforced if it would be able to withstand, wind, rain, snow. Believe it or not, we do our best to try to test products before we come out with them. And Father Wisdom had this tent set up for about a year in his backyard.
In that winter where we got a ton of snow.
In the record-setting winter that we had 2 years ago,
Yeah.
I guess now.
Yeah.
It had a foot of heavy, heavy snow on it. We have photos and a little video that Father Wisdom took where he even measured it, but on it, and it held up just fine. So no, it's not gonna tear out. The spots that you see on the sidewall that are sagging, that's where it doesn't have a sidewall pole because we robbed from it to set up that extra section. You can tell by the way the canvas is sagging that it's super saturated, really heavy, but like, look at this, look at all this water. I mean, that's all night long, all day, all night. The only issue we had is on this sag. Like Penny sleeping right there, and the one night this was dammed by snow and a puddle, and it was slowly getting through that eyelet, and it got a little on her pillow and on our duffel bag handle, but not a lot.
And
So-
if you have all the poles, that won't happen.
And if you have all the poles, that's not happening.
That diamond will run it away from.
But I know what it is, and I believe in it, so I'm not
cool.
super concerned about. The second one, another person had a comment of running the wood burning stove like they were afraid they'd burn it down. This canvas isn't going to, if you got an ember on the canvas, it wouldn't start the canvas on fire. It literally will just burn through the canvas. And it would have to be a large ember. And with this matting, this flooring over here, also it's not going to light on fire. An ember would burn through. But if you're doing it right, you should have a fireproof mat around your stove. And if you run your stove right, you shouldn't have a lot of embers. And if you do, they shouldn't be very big. But did we get any footage of the movie night last night? We watched Lego Batman.
I did
last night in the
get a
wall
little
tent.
clip of it when I first walked in.
Luke's in here drying his feet, getting them warmed up, but
Nice.
it's dry, comfortable,
Warm.
kind of
You can
very
feel the
warm.
heat
You can
coming
feel the
out.
heat coming out for sure. But I'm telling you, man, and then I'm restaking this down, and I look over, and T's bedroll is just like caked with snow. And I'm like, I might go over there and just, tell him make sure those vents are open so that he's breathing. And I get a stake down in and look up, and he's standing up, and then runs out in his bare feet.
Well, my shoes got covered in snow and I couldn't find them. So, and also they were hay dudes, so they weren't gonna help me much anyway.
Yeah.
But for people that don't know, if you get a layer of snow on top of your bedroll, it'll prevent the canvas from breathing. 'cause
Yeah,
it's so
yeah, so-
saturated.
If your canvas freezes or if it's completely covered like that with snow, it's obviously not going to breathe. So all that moisture that you're letting off has nowhere to go to. That's why we are coming out with an insulated blanket at some point, which is super cool. It keeps the canvas from freezing or being covered, so it allows it to breathe, so you still, in weather like this and freezing conditions, you don't get condensation issues.
Yeah.
However, you can also use, like in Arizona on a, we're also having a lot of trees
It's been trees
break
breaking everywhere.
all over, so that's special. But in Arizona on a coos deer hunt that I was on, super cold, super cold, and I just bought a $14 fleece blanket from Cabela's and laid over my bedroll, and it did the same thing. It keeps the canvas from freezing, and as long as your canvas doesn't freeze or become completely saturated, it will breathe, and you won't have condensation.
But that was like, I brushed off the snow now. There was legitimately 4 inches on top of me. There's a lot of snow.
for sure. Yeah, I mean, you can see the truck.
Yeah.
But FW making camping great again.
Just
Making
Stand
camping
busy.
great again.
this is like winter wonderland.
Hey, the good news is tomorrow morning is the opener of the deer hunt, and this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
This will get them moving and make it a little easier to see if we can get to where we want to go. But that's just a little update. Little update.
See you later.
I don't know if I dare, but I'm gonna get on with these two. Guys, it's been a pretty slow day, but you gotta have those sometimes. We had, around camp, we had, I think I counted 7 trees that fell over with this heavy snow.
That's just crazy.
Super crazy. Like, it really is only 5 inches, but hopefully you can see how wet everything was. Super wet, really heavy. So cut one of those up that was blocking this little road right here. Split a bunch of firewood for tonight. Went on a ride to get service so T could do some work and I could do some work. 4-wheeler rides. Temperatures dropping. if you can see, and getting ready to cook some burgers. So have some burgers and then a little movie. And tomorrow is the opener of the Utah rifle hunt, so hopefully we can be brave enough to go out in the morning in the cold temps and find something. But that's the current state of affairs right now.
Sure, Sean. We're gonna be odd numbered if you don't join.
Got a fire going.
Well, it's
Grandpa's still working, just chopping wood.
The other day, after dinner, we're gonna make peach cobbler, but it got a little cold and snowy, so we're gonna make it this morning for breakfast. A late breakfast.
Nice.
This is probably the easiest way to make peach cobbler, in my opinion. You just do 2 like large cans of peaches, and then you just pour those in. I always line my Dutch oven with tin foil because peach cobbler is really sticky, and I don't really love cleaning that out of my Dutch oven, so I do a layer of tin foil. Put 2 cans of peaches in. Then I get cake mix. I got gluten-free cake mix because I can eat gluten, and I want to partake of whatever I make. So I'll put a little cinnamon on the peaches too.
Oh my word.
So I think that's super tasty. And then I've never done this before. Usually I just put the cake mix directly on top, put some Sprite in with it. I don't know where that comes from. I just saw my dad did it when I was growing up, so that's what I do. But he used it as like to mix the cake mix and give it some moisture. But I'm gonna mix it in here today because sometimes if I don't mix it, you'll get like dry patches, which I don't really love. So I put it in split it between the 2 peach cans. I'm gonna mix it in there with some Sprite this time, and then pour it over, and then put butter on top.
Oh my.
And after that, we do a cube of butter sliced into little pieces, and then after that, I'm gonna add some brown sugar on top because if you get really hot on top, it'll like crystallize the sugar and make a nice crust.
Oh my word.
Yummy.
Oh my goodness. I've been waiting about 2 years to eat this.
Are you recording right now? I always make peach cobbler for like my friends, and I'm always telling Seth about it, and he's never been able to eat it.
Peach cobbler is in my top 3 favorite desserts. And Taylor tells me about it like every other weekend. Taylor will be like, yeah, I made peach cobbler for my friends, and I'm like, I thought I was your friend, is how I feel. But I just got hit by a big old chunk of ice.
Is that the cutest little? I mean, both of them, but
You know, both of them.
look
What
at
about
that.
my face? Come on, Mom.
Both of them.
It's cute. You don't just have to say cutter, and then both of them. But like in your brain, like.
Yeah, if you're wondering why we're not out deer hunting, well, because we decided to not go. It was cold, and it's not just because it was cold. I'm not an opening morning person. I don't like it. I don't like all the people. I don't like everybody like rushing to their spot. And we've got a week left, so I want to hang out with my family, hang out with T. He's going to Hawaii in a few days, just a few days. He's gonna go hang out in Hawaii, which is gonna be super fun for him.
And you guys will see some of it.
Yes. You guys will for sure see some of it. And so we decided to sleep in and enjoy the morning together, and T's blessing us with a delicious breakfast, and Cutter's living his best life, and Emily's living hers, and Father Wisdom's just working hard, doing what he likes to do, be busy.
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck? If a woodchuck could chuck wood.
Wall tent's been good to us. A lot of crazy weather this trip. She's all dried out. That was all clogged up, so FW knocked it off, and we got a little soot on the tent. But we got to get the kids and Emily's gear. Let me lighten that up for you. Kids and Emily's gear rolled up. I'm going to be leaving my bedroll. Father Wisdom's going to be moving in because we're going to be back here in a couple days to deer hunt, and I will be filming that for you guys. I'm feeling really lucky this year, and I might eat those words come the video where you see that, but I'm feeling good this year. We got T moved in last night. He moved into this back section. We have this back section for food. Cutter's been hanging out back here. Got the dirt bag. T moved in there. String of light from last night. See the stove. It's probably move that. Got our stack of wood. Stove in there going. So I'm gonna roll all the kids' bedrolls up, have them get their duffel bags, throw all that stuff in the truck, and then we'll roll out. The cobbler is done. Oh my goodness, folks. Yeesh.
Yes. What's up, Grandpa?
Can I have just a little scoop?
A big, huge thing of snow plopped right there. Iris was like, that could have been my death. Right after she said that, another one landed right on her head.
I was telling us
How was it, Iris? It's your first time having
Good.
peach cobbler.
Is this your first?
This is like my
trying
17th.
it? I know I've made
When
it.
have you had peach cobbler?
I've made peach
When have you had peach
You
cobbler,
made
Dad?
apple crisp and
I have made peach. Remember the
In a
jars
Dutch
of peaches?
oven?
Well, not in a Dutch oven.
It's good.
how was it, Jer?
It's not as good as, what I make, but Taylor knows how to cook in a Dutch oven.
It's my turn. My turn to eat.
What do you think about it?
I haven't had a bite yet.
Take a bite.
Oh my heck yeah. Oh, I wish they have invented television tasting where as a viewer you can taste what you're watching.
Take
You
another
guys would
bite.
all
Why did it go out of focus? There we go.
there's crispy crunch on the edge. The cake is soft and fluffy. Perfect amount of cinnamon throughout the beginning to the end. Caramelization. The peaches got a little whipped cream. The peaches are soft, really warm. Oh,
You're in your
Oh
happy
my
place right
goodness.
now, aren't you?
I'm in the deep state of my happy place.
That's good. Smile.
Typically you have a pull system in the top which will help you grab it to roll it up, but when you don't, it's still okay. You just kind of start with a fold almost. Knees, how many?
2.
Dose. A lot of people I've seen roll it up like in camps and stuff, and they'll go 1 and then you get like a tight center and then the outside's wide. If you do 2, it kind of helps smash it down evenly. And it's knees, where are my hands? It's honestly, you're all strong enough, even Luke, even Luke, after all that wood chopping, to do this. You grab the sides, push it forward, knee on it. Get the air out. Grab the sides, push it forward, knee on it. Knee on it. It's almost like a roller coaster.
How's that like a roller coaster?
Because you're like, woo!
Okay.
Once you get it here, look for my strap. Make sure there's no twist in it. Pull it around. Okay, take that to the back of the truck.
Me?
Yeah, don't let it hit the ground.
The floor is lava. Canvas is lava.
2 more kid bedrolls.
Nice.
Emily's bedroll. Couple cots. Sweep the floor. Cooler and some other random things.
My
and we're-
bedroll too.
Taylor's got to
I
roll
need
his bedroll
practice.
too.
I don't do it very often.
All right, guys, we've been up here. We had a heck of a time as a fam, hanging out in the Stronghold wall tent. We got the kids, the dog, and everything packed up, ready to roll out. You know.
We're not ready. We're not ready yet.
Actually, T, can the kids go back with you? And Emily and I are just gonna go deer hunting. No, super short but fun trip. Super ironic. It is October, but it's been in the 80s, high 70s.
Me and Seth have been complaining about how
We've
hot
been
it's been.
complaining about it
Like every day.
every day. And then the days that the kids have fall break, it rained all day, sleeted, turned into snow, been super mucky. And then next week when fall break ends, it's going back to the 70s. So that's special. But fun trip, good food.
Great show of where our products shine.
Great show of our product shining in bad weather, good weather.
I didn't even know that it snowed until I looked out my bedroll that morning. I had literally zero idea.
It was hilarious. I already told you what happened, but it was, yeah, that was good. You got to get the kids out into nature. I'm not the best when it comes to that because it is a lot of work, but if you can get your kids out, this is a healthy place to get them for more ways than one. Right, babe?
Yep.
But we're rolling out. Father Wisdom and I will be back up here probably in a few days to do some deer hunting. Schaefer's down deer hunting and is going to try to capture some stuff with his phone, he said. T's going to Hawaii. We'll capture some sweet, awesome stuff to share with you guys there. Until next time, keep on keeping on.